Yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up. Watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 listen, hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Yo, fam, what's up? It's your man, Dante the Dark Knight. Welcome to Eagles Talk postgame. Our Philadelphia Eagles have secured the #1 seed in the NFC. So the road to the Super Bowl will come through the link as long as we are alive in the playoffs. All avenues to the Super Bowl come through Lincoln Financial Field because our Philadelphia Eagles have secured the #1 seed in the NFC. And I'm okay with it. I mean, it wasn't the 50 burger that I thought we would put up, but I thought that this team was very conservative and just wanting to get the win. They had their way. Don't get it twisted. They had their way with the backups. It was nothing. I mean, you look at the 16 points. If you want to nitpick, you might get a little discouraged by that. But there was no doubt about this game all the way through. There was a lot of, you see my co-host is over there. He's kind of, we left a lot of meat. I understand we left a lot of meat on both, but I think it was purpose because this offense was very much conservative, more conservative than they would have been had this been a game earlier in the season, or if it was the playoffs. They would have been way more aggressive, I believe. They settled for field goals where we have seen them in situations in the regular season where they have gone for it. But I understand their thinking behind that because they just wanted to come out of this game with a win and with a healthy squad. I saw Jalen doing things that he's probably would do different in the playoffs. He was preserving himself, and I think the offensive play calling reflected that attitude also. They just were very conservative. They just took the field goals when they presented themselves. There were a couple of times where I just knew that if this was a different situation, they would have gone for it. But because it was the situation that we were in, they just took the field goal and played it safe. I've never seen this offensive brain trust play it safe. So that might be what upsets most people, but I'm okay with it. I think it was still a commanding and a win that was, there was no doubt. There was no doubt that this game was ours and we were going to win it. So it wasn't a 50 burger. I would have liked to see 50 to 6 or something like that. That's what I would have liked to see. But this was okay for me. You guys let me know how you feel about it, and I'm going to go to Pat, and he's going to let you know how he feels about it. How do you feel about this win, Pat?
How I feel about this one right now?
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
Always.
Yeah. You know what? I my face say I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm disappointed in the play. But at the end of the day, we're 14-3. You have never won 14 games in the regular season. There are some things we definitely need to clean up, but you're 100% right. We went into preserve mode after we got up on this team because it wasn't a chance for them to come back and win with that quarterback. Playing down to the competition, doing things that we traditionally would not do, being very conservative on the offensive side of the ball, being conservative on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, this is what it is. We're NFC East champions. We got the #1 seed. I'm gonna be happy today. I'm gonna be happy tomorrow. I'm gonna tear up the team on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm gonna be mad. Thursday, we'll come on here. I'm gonna be happy. It's a lot to literally go through. It's a lot to unpack with this particular performance. But the one thing I'm very happy about, we left this game healthy. Mm-hmm. Nobody got injured. Nobody re-injured anything. Hurts got to get some game time in him before the playoffs, so he won't be coming in there cold. He won't be that rusty. Knock some of that rust off. And I'm looking forward to a successful playoff run.
What do you feel about it, Nichelle? I said that I was okay with it. It wasn't the 50-3 win that I wanted to see, but it was still they still were
It
very much
made
in
sense
command.
though. We're the
Yeah.
number one seed, y'all. We're number one in the NFC.
You can't be mad at
We're
that.
No, you cannot.
we're
No, you cannot.
14-3. We're 14-3. And I get it. We wanted to see a high flying pretty win, but for who? For what? For why? After a while, I'm like, you know what? It kind of doesn't even really make sense. Defense was
Yeah.
chipping. We kept our offense healthy. Yeah, Hurts took some sacks, but he didn't really take any real big hits. He slid when he had to slid. We had some issues in the red zone, but other than that, they weren't loading up the playbook. They gave him very vanilla. I'm kind of mad. I'm like, well, we could have did this last week and not even been playing this game.
Yeah, right.
This was enough to beat the Saints. You could
Yeah,
have had
it really
Hurts
was.
in not even at full speed, and we could have just been chilling today, watching the cowgirls get their butts whipped.
Yeah, definitely. We could have done this last week
We could have
with
did
Hurts
this
in the
last
game.
week. We
Yeah.
could have
And
did
and,
this
and I
last week.
believe had Hurts played last week, I don't think it would have been as conservative as it was today. Because it
No,
was
but
very
we still would have
conservative.
won. Our defense
we
held
would've
them to
still would've
13
won.
points or whatever
Yeah.
they did last week. So that still would have been a W. We could have been chilling this week. Nobody's starters would have been in today.
And believe me, like I said, like if this was week 10, this is a 40 or plus game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like because it was the last week of the season, because we were just trying to get out of here with a win and
no
not risk
injuries.
injuries, they dialed it back a little bit. They were very conservative on the offensive side. I mean, come on, there was situations where, like I said, had it been week 10, they would have been going for it on fourth. They would have been pushing
Yeah.
the issue on scoring touchdowns where they settled for some field goals that was uncharacteristic to me, to this team. But I understand because of the situation they were in. So I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. We got the win. We sewn up. We are the number one seed in the NFC. And I think we've shown some glimpses of that dominant team we were earlier in the season. I mean,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even playing at a base level just
Right.
to kind of manage the game.
We were still dominant in
we
that.
still was like, listen,
Yeah.
we just here to get this W, y'all. Y'all might get a couple things off, but no. We're gonna do we ain't even gonna roll up. We're gonna give you the same 10-12 plays this entire game. And that's
Yeah.
it.
It was. I have to say this.
We
It
practicing
was
today.
reminiscent of a preseason game.
Right.
Like the vibe from the offense. You wasn't too many things that was overly, different from what we would do during the regular
Mhm.
season, which
Mhm.
it looks very like, yo, why are you doing this plays? I hope you don't run this offense during the season. It looks like regular, straightforward. And that touchdown to Devontae was a touchdown, all right? He was
Yeah.
engaged with a defender at the line of scrimmage. Defender went to the right. He turned around, and he's a 300-pound man. If he turns around, he's already one step past the line of scrimmage.
It's
That's a
true.
bunch of BS.
It was a
Yeah.
bunch of BS. I didn't
Yeah.
like that call at all.
Oh,
All right, let me
man.
go to some comments out there. Raheem, they got the job done. We're the number one seed. The road to the Super Bowl officially goes through Philadelphia. I hope you took my advice, Raheem, and got your wife some flowers prior to the game because
Mhm.
there was no way we were coming out of here without a W. So just be nice to her. We got what we want. But the Giants fans I know, I'm talking shit. I'm sorry. But you can't do that. But I'm talking shit to the Giants fans I know. All right, Drexel says you take the wins however they come. I agree. I agree, Drexel. We got it. It was a mission, and we accomplished our mission going into this game. Ted Wiggins says the road goes through Philly. Let's rest up and get ready to make this run. Fly, Eagles, fly. Anthony A says my problem is the Eagle could have played the backups in the fourth quarter. Possibly, yeah. But I thought that was good work for the
yeah, they
for
needed
Jalen
to
and
win.
them.
He
Yeah,
needed
I mean,
that.
he
I think
needed
they
those
needed the work.
reps. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he got good reps the whole game. It didn't look like anything. He looked like he could do any part of throwing the ball. It
Yeah.
didn't look like it
He
was
even looked like
anything
he was being
hampering.
conservative with himself.
He definitely was.
He threw across his body one time. He's running to the left, threw a fastball. past Quest Watkins and
Mhm.
Smitty. He had a little touch on the ball. He looks like he's ready for the game. He's ready for more to be on his slate. And today was just like, you know what, we're gonna hold you back. We'll hold the reins back.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
run.
you can tell.
Mhm.
It's
Don't
Yeah,
like
run.
yeah,
it's
you
like
could
get
tell.
off me. All right, fine.
Yeah.
So I think he had what? He didn't have 9 runs. They say he had 9 runs. No, he didn't. No run. He didn't run the ball not many times. He got sacked what, twice?
3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
three
but I don't
times.
think
That's
Le'Veon
probably wrong.
says if Maddox is ready for the playoffs, that will be icing on the cake on defense.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll
Josh
be ready.
Sweat. Josh Sweat and Josh Sweat should be ready for the game, but Avante
Yeah.
Maddox, they said only if they make it to the conference
If they
championship.
make it to the conference game, he might be available then. Doc Jr. says number 1 seed and
There you
NFC
go.
East champs. That's what's up.
Talk
That's what's
about
up.
it.
That's
3
what's
nil
up.
3-0 downs. You're right. You're right.
Talk
Ed Clinton.
about it. Talk
Uh,
about it.
John Batista says, I think we were wise to let Jalen knock some of the rust off. Definitely, of
Absolutely.
course.
Absolutely.
Imagine, and I said this on WDAS, but imagine they won against the Saints. We wouldn't have seen Jalen this week. If we would have won last week against the Saints, Jalen would not have played this week. We might not have seen him until the first game in the playoffs, and that would have been 5 weeks. So I think that was way too long. As much as we hated the fact that they lost last week to the Saints, part of winning the championship, and we know this oh so well from 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it depends on luck, right? Some of it is unscripted, and this might have been the unscripted part that we survived and come through that may help propel us to our next championship. I mean,
Facts.
I would have not liked to have gone 5 weeks without Jalen getting any game reps. So
Yeah.
he got
Yeah.
some very important game reps today, and the offense looked a lot better with him back there. And even in the position that he was playing in, because you could tell very evidently that he was trying to preserve himself. He wasn't taking any chances. He wasn't running. He wasn't doing any of that. And he had avenues to run. He could have did more than what he did as far as with his legs, but he was trying to preserve himself and stay injury free. And even with that, we still controlled the game, which, I mean, did you expect any less? I mean, they had their backups in.
Yeah.
They had their
Yeah.
backups
Yeah.
in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Not
So
even close.
wasn't
Yeah.
even
Not
close.
even
They
close.
controlled
Wait,
the game
but
the whole
did
time.
we toast to this
Oh, we gonna toast
victorious
now because
day?
I done been over to the barbell. I'm
I
fired
pulled out
up.
the bullet and I put it in some tea, so I got sweet tea bullet.
Oh my goodness!
Sweet
I
tea
What
pulled
I
out the
bourbon.
high
didn't do in the
quality
pregame,
H2O.
what I did not do in the
Quality
pregame show,
H2O.
I definitely did during the game. So I am there. So here we go. Let's do that. I'm already there. So let's do this. We can celebrate our Philadelphia Eagles. What a wonderful season! This season is in the book. 14-3. Who
What?
any of us predicted a 14-3 season? And if we did, everyone looked at us like we were crazy. If there were anybody that had any time, and you did, you were pretty much like that. But, and early and before the season, when we made our predictions, people were looking at us like they're crazy. I don't know what they believe, but we wound up 14-3, the most wins in franchise history. Let's salute our Philadelphia Eagles. So here you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the 14-3, the NFC East champions, the number 1 seed in the NFC, the Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. I got the Jose Cuervo Silver, so I'm doing that. Pat's not doing anything. That's
High
cool.
quality.
Shell's got the bullet, and you guys let me know what you are celebrating with. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
Throw those Eagles up.
Throw them up. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit them low, hit them high. Watch our Eagles go fly. fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Yo.
Oh yeah,
What?
get this.
Dallas up. Jack Daniels shots chased by Peach Iced Tea.
Damn,
Okay, I hear
that's
you.
nice. That's
Anthony
nice.
A says Pat is spiked his water with
Yeah,
vodka.
right. I won't be drinking like this.
A shot of what is that? Oh, that's
Lana Azul
tequila. Okay, I like that.
Reposado. Okay, Rod.
Lana Azul Reposado. How does that taste? I like some good tequila. I only drink tequila though as shots. Like that's my shot liquor. I don't, and every liquor to me is not a good shot liquor. So like,
well,
if
you
we're
know,
doing shots, I'll do tequila.
you know, tequila, you're actually supposed to put it in a rocks glass, swirl it.
I heard it's a
sip it.
sipping.
It's
heard
not
that.
supposed to be as shots.
Well, I repurposed it.
We all have repurposed tequila as shots.
I repurposed it. Dion said he's doing the Johnny Blue. Yo, my
Oh,
birds.
Miss
What's
Pam
up?
got tequila
Miss
and
Pam got
IPA.
the tequila
Yes,
too.
Miss
And
Pam.
IPA. Oh, she all fancy. You doing the
Listen.
IPA, Miss Jones? You
Told
fancy.
y'all we gotta
I
hang
can't
out with
do
Miss
IPA.
Pam.
I can't.
I got this,
Wilbur said he's
Beautiful.
doing the tequila shots. Mason said Dak serving up hit and ready turnovers. If y'all hungry, he said he's serving up hit and ready turnovers if y'all hungry. Oh, the X Factor. Don't admit that in public. He said,
Yeah,
would
you
believe
can
I'm drinking a
margarita. What kind of margarita? What tequila you put in it?
Don't admit that in public.
Whatever.
Hey,
Margaritas are
get you there.
delicious.
No.
Stop playing.
When you
It's
have a
it's double
nickname-
shot of tequila.
when your social media name is the X Factor, no, you can't say you did margaritas.
Get your
No.
margarita on.
no.
Dark Knight, let me ask you: have a margarita ever took you down?
Never.
Never.
He
Not
lying.
ever. Not a margarita. Not a margarita.
You never had a real.
You ain't had
Not
a
a
real
margarita.
one then. You had one of
No.
those.
You know what I used to do? I used to do Long Island's. Now they'll take you down.
Of course.
Long Island's. That used to be my joint. That
Yeah,
was
it's like
my
liquor.
my sweet drink. That was my sweet drink. And yeah, they'll
You
know,
haven't
five
had a
liquors,
good
yeah.
margarita then, because I've had some margaritas that are lots and lots of tequila.
That's crazy that we're
Yeah.
talking about different drinks and margaritas, and the Eagles win.
And the Eagles
Yes.
won.
But
We
no,
number
It's a good
one.
day, man.
the reason
Good
why
day.
It is
tequila is my favorite shot drink is because I can survive. I don't care how many shots of tequila, I can survive tequila. So I don't care if you put in a margarita, it's still not, you know what I mean?
Steph said you ain't had one of
Yeah,
her
you
margaritas.
don't want that
Get
one.
him, Steph.
You
Oh,
do not
my
want that
goodness.
one. You do
Oh,
not
Sangria
want
and
that
toast.
Okay.
Jay Blanco says we have the number 1 seed and the number 10 pick for the draft. Let's go.
Thank you, Saints.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you, cow
Yes.
turds.
Anthony A's, I'm drinking diet green tea and vodka. Ooh, how that taste. I was doing green tea shots over at the Barbell. Just to give you some insight of what was going on there. And it's still a rambunctious crowd over there. We had a good time. Ed, Zach may have more pick sixes than Jalen has picks.
Facts. Hello.
That's true. That is true.
Oh,
He got
the X
four-
Factor is redeeming himself. He says he has a double shot of
Well,
tequila in it.
most margaritas worth their salt have a double shot of tequila vodka.
All right,
in it.
margaritas on the rocks will face you. He's never had a Stephanie margarita. All right, I'm gonna have to get that. All right,
Tony.
Tony's checking in. He said, "Hey guys, anyone mentioned that Dallas sucks yet?"
Oh, we already
We've
played
done
the
Hey,
This is the third. This is the
Efren,
third
I-
Dallas sucks chant, Tony. This is the
Hey,
third
hey,
one.
that comment about brother Efren. Yes.
All right,
yo,
I gotta take this call. Y'all gotta go ahead. I'll be right back.
Hey, Efren, I don't have control over the board, so yes, if February 1st when I'm able to drink, I'll definitely come and get that
The
shot. from you.
Grandmaster's bourbon.
Yeah, that
Yes.
Grandmaster's
Yes.
I can't control the comment board, so it's going to scroll up in here. But yeah, this game, I mean, I feel like this game was more or less a throwaway game for players that came off the injury reserve to get more or less some playing time. CJ Gardner Johnson looks pretty
Knock
good.
the dust off. That's what
Yep.
this game was about. It was about knocking the dust off for our injured players,
Even
managing
Robert
it.
Quinn looked good. Did you see Robert?
Listen,
That pressure.
listen.
I mean,
Listen,
whew,
he made a huge impact this game. So our trajectory is going straight up right now,
it
especially
is.
coming off an injury. We
Mhm.
had a game under our belt to knock some of this rust off. Now we can fine tune all the plays that they haven't shown, and full steam ahead.
Yes, it is. Dallas Spitz. Let me. If you say it on there, I would definitely.
Yeah, listen, I'm down for a Texas margarita.
I can't wait till like February. Well, I'm going to February, the first weekend of February. Yeah, so it's gonna be a while before I have a drink. Um, you know, I can wait. I can wait.
Hmm.
Shout out to Jake Elliott.
Listen, getting that work in today.
250 plus yarders. If you had a fantasy game and you had Jake Elliott today, he gave you points. He helped you win that
Listen,
championship. Uh,
listen.
I'm so happy that Lane Johnson will be back at that right tackle position because I'm gonna be honest with you, watching Jack Driscoll play that right tackle position and
It's a little
not move
painful.
his feet. He's not moving his feet. He's as
Hmm.
a tackle when the defensive end is rushing your end, you have to not only kick, but you got to move your feet with that defensive end.
Hmm.
He stayed solitary and kept his arms extended. Like that's not going to work. That's not
No,
going to work.
no. He needs a lot more practice.
He does need a lot more help, and then I believe with Scotland University he will get it because eventually what happens these guys become very good and they get they leave us and get sign these big free agent contracts like Big V. Uh, oh man, I love this. This today was a good day. How about that?
Today is a great day.
If I was drinking, I would definitely be drinking this Grand what is it? Grand Camino Tequila Reposado. I'm gonna hold this until we can try to drink again. It's gonna be for us. Some other comments is out there. Dwight Brown, Dallas is in their prime. Dallas is in their prime position for one and done. Definitely is. Jake Elliott put up about 25, 30 fantasy points.
Okay.
I didn't even check my fantasy point line. He probably did for somebody. Susan said, congratulations, Eagles family. I'm going to go make my Dallas calls. Hey, you said Dallas. So we're locked in. We get 2 weeks off to relax and watch who we get to play the lowest seed in this divisional round. You got the Seattle won today, so they may be the lowest one between I think it's Detroit beats the Packers.
That's gonna be a good game.
I'm not sure, but I think if Detroit beats the Packers, Detroit becomes the winner of the NFC North, and the 49ers become the third seed. The Vikings would become the second seed, and I'm just going to wait till all the scenarios are out there because
Yeah,
it's a lot to try to there's a lot to try to unpack, and normally they have like a forecast. You see the forecasting chart they do now? The guy has a whole forecast like that 20%, 2%.
Oh, what's his name from NBC?
Yes.
What is his name? Why can't I think of his name?
clue.
Y'all drop his name, the political stats guy from MSNBC. Kornacki.
I don't think
Kornacki.
Detroit's not eliminated. Is winning it. No, they are eliminated. I'm sorry, they are eliminated because Seattle won today. So if they beat the Packers just don't go nowhere.
Oh well.
All right, I'm moving.
So they playing to be spoiler.
Yes,
They're playing to be spoiler right now.
Yep, because Seattle has the number 7 spot. If Green Bay wins, they get the 7th spot. Well, that is what it is. Yep, Seattle won today. They just won by an extra point in the a field goal in the overtime.
Well, all we know is that Dak and crew got to go see Brady and crew.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for all my formal Temple heads that work at Tampa Bay, Toddy Bowles, all y'all. We rooting hard. We rooting hard.
Yes. No doubt. Yes, our
Oh.
Philadelphia Eagles. Yo, the journey
We won
goes
the
on.
East.
We
We
got
number
won the
one in the
East. We number
NFC.
one in the NFC. Nobody believed in us, man. Nobody believed. We saw that schedule. We
They still
won
don't believe it.
9 games, 9 out of 17 games last year with a new coach, a roster that had to be reconstructed. Howie had just started the work on that. And last year was a successful year to me. I mean, like, coming off the previous year, Dougie P's last year, we weren't looking good. The roster wasn't looking very strong or anything like that. So to get 9 wins last year and to make the playoffs was a success to me.
It
But
was.
look at the step we've taken from Nick Sirianni's first year to the second year. Not only his maturation, but the how we reconstructed this roster, made it stronger, and as strong or even stronger. We can debate that as the 2017 team, the Super Bowl team, and there were still skeptics. There were still skeptics out there prior to the season on how much of an improvement this Eagles team would make from last year to this year. And a lot of us faithful, a lot of us, I guess, homers believe that the jump will be significant. And we have been proven right. The jump has been significant. 9 wins to 14 wins. 9 wins to 14 wins. People thought we wouldn't even make a game improvement, and we made 5 games. We improved 5 games. Only lost 3. Are you kidding me?
They didn't even believe in our quarterback. Let's not
No.
go
Definitely.
there.
Let's
They still
start
don't believe
there.
him.
Let's
They still
start
don't
right
believe him.
there.
They still don't believe.
They
Still
still
don't
don't
believe in our
believe.
Let's be
quarterback.
honest. Let's be honest, because the critics out there and trust believe. I don't care what the critics say, but the critics out there are saying when he comes back, he still has a lot of questions. What you mean he has a lot of questions?
Right?
He had one of the
This
best
is what I say to
interception
that.
to
Here's
touchdown
all your
ratios
questions.
in the NFL. If it wasn't for those 2 games, he was out. And the type of offense this is,
Yeah, for
what it is
real.
made for him to be successful. Only him to be successful on this offense. We saw it with Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew cannot hold a tiki torch to Jalen Hurts. All right.
Not even. He can't even shine his cleats. Stop.
And the
Look,
thing
Stop.
about it, the critics are also putting our team. How you put a 14-3 team down? How?
had Jalen, and I know I'm just speculating,
A
but
and
had
he has
Jalen,
records. He has
yes,
stats on stats on stats.
we
And you still
very
don't believe.
easily could have been 16-1
Mhm.
if Jalen doesn't miss 2 games. We could, because if you look at what Gardner Minshew do in the Dallas game, we win that game with Jalen.
Oh,
He does not
easy.
turn it over in 4 times,
Give
and
him
we
20
win that
points.
game easily against the Saints with Jalen. We could very easily be 16-1 if Jalen doesn't miss any games, man.
Mhm.
Look, Eagles Nation, Bird Gang Nation, celebrate. Feel good about this win today. Feel good about us going into the playoffs because our quarterback is back. And we haven't even mentioned CJ Gardner Johnson, who had a great game on his first game back.
Did
Looked
he
like
do it?
he didn't miss any time.
Robert
Are you
Quinn. We
kidding
talked
me?
about Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn.
Robert, yes, I was about to get to
he like
Robert Quinn
got a quick
coming
step
off
down.
the edge, looking like the Robert Quinn of last year with 18 sacks. Yo, he looked good today. So this team it's trending upward to me. And I feel very good about this win and going into the playoffs now. And I said it was way more than just beating the Giants. It was the way we beat the Giants. And
Mhm.
although it wasn't a 50 burger, it could have very easily have been 30 or 40 had
Yeah,
we
we had
been
touchdowns
in
called
regular
back.
season mode. Yeah.
We had some
We
TDs
we
called
dialed
back.
it back. We dialed it back. We dialed it back too. I mean,
Mhm.
not that, take away the calls that prevented us, but we dialed it back.
Yeah.
We kept ourselves from putting up more points, and we would have been more aggressive, easily 30 points. Easy.
I think we broke our season record for the most points by Eagles team in franchise history.
Oh, Dougie P.
Mm.
Yep.
We had to get 20, and we got 22 today. So we did do that. We had 2 other records broken. The most receiving yards in franchise history was broken by AJ Brown, and the most receptions in Eagles history was broken
Devontae
by
Smith.
Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith had 4 more yards to get some other record. I forget what it was. No, I'm sorry. That was that was Devontae Smith. If he got 4 more yards, total yards, we would have been the first team to have 3 offensive guys that have over 1,200 all-purpose yards.
That's what happens
that's
when you have
crazy.
a great quarterback, huh? Huh?
Yes, it is,
Huh?
man.
Huh? Yeah, Dougie P. Shout out to
Yes.
Dougie
James says,
P
hey, what
turning
do you
it
guys think
around.
about Dougie P taking the
He's a
Jazz?
good
I
coach.
am so happy
He's
for
a
Dougie P. I've
Bowl winning
apologized
coach.
multiple times
He's a Super
about
Bowl
being
coach.
one of the people that helped run him out of town, but I just thought that the management was holding him back. He wasn't able to swing his balls.
He was
wasn't
right
able to
about
swing his
Carson
balls.
Wentz. He
He
was
was
right
right.
about Carson Wentz.
He was
Where-
right. He was
where-
exactly right.
Where's Carson Wentz now? Where's
Yep.
he at now?
And he said, look at this, right? He said he wanted, and I think this is what ultimately cost him his job, but he wanted to go with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
He wanted to go
He
with
knew.
Jalen Hurts.
He
And
knew
management
then.
was still married to Carson Wentz.
He
That's why
knew
they let
then.
Dougie go.
He knew
And
who
once
the
they
star was
let
gonna
him
be.
go, then Wentz flaked out on him and said, I want to be out. But they let Dougie P go because they were going to be committed to Wentz.
You know,
Dougie
a part
P
of
was
him
right
is
the
like
whole time.
seething, like I should be leading that team to the Super Bowl right now because I was the one that knew Jalen was going to be who Jalen was going to be.
He
He
said
was
that.
a quarterback. Why
Yep.
would you not trust a former NFL quarterback to make a decision about the quarterback of his team?
That's true.
Who already won you a Super Bowl? Let's throw
That's
that
true.
in there. Who has the capital of winning you a Super Bowl?
I mean,
And you dismiss his opinion. That was stupid. But I congratulations to
And a
Dougie
former
P.
Eagles quarterback at that.
So
Yes.
the thing about Dougie P is though, Dougie P is a player's coach. The players love him. He relates to the players well because you know why? He's a former player, like you guys just said. And with that being said, if we had Dougie P here, I don't think we make those same moves if we won't have the same team. But he was 100% right about Jalen Hurts. So I think it was Ray Dillinger or Ron Jaworski that said after the season they don't want to see Wentz getting another starting job if he doesn't want to be a backup. If he doesn't want to be a backup, he's not going to be in this league. He's not going to be in this league.
Oh, he's going to these last 2 games, and I said it to somebody. I think I was talking to a Commanders fan, but I was like, these last 2 games is Carson Wentz's last opportunity to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And he blew up in the first one. He didn't even make it to the second one. The second one was this game today, and they started a rookie. I mean, I forget who they started, but it was like
Sam
the third
Howell.
string.
Sam Howell's going to be
Sam Howell.
It's going to be between Sam Howell and Tyler Heineke moving forward with that quarterback position there in Washington. But I don't think if Carson Wentz doesn't want to settle or be a backup in the league, because that's basically what he is now, is a backup, he's not going to be in this league.
Yeah, it was Wentz that cost him his job, James said. Joseph D. Fleming says, I hope he got the game ball. And who was that? Who are you speaking about, Joseph?
They gave the game ball in Buffalo. I gotta say this. They gave the game ball in Buffalo to the athletic trainer that saved the resuscitated
that's a good choice.
Yep.
That's a good choice.
They gave him the game ball.
I've taken that class, been certified, and it's not until what happened to DeMar that I realized how important that training is, yo. Because that CPR training is what essentially saved his life, because he didn't have a heartbeat. He didn't have a heartbeat on the field. So, restoring that as quick as possible is crucial to someone having full recovery. So kudos to the NFL, especially to the person that administered the CPR. Kudos to them. And it essentially saved DeMar's life. So thank you guys. And it's wonderful again to see him back and up. And I know everybody by now has heard his first question. What did we win the game? Did we win the game? He comes out of a life and death situation, and just like the football player he is, he wants to know, did we win the game? The response by the doctors, yes, you won the game. You won the game of life. You are here today. So congratulations to them. I'm so happy that he survived. And congratulations to our Philadelphia Eagles, because I am so happy that they survived and that we are the number one.
And shout out to Miles
seed.
Sanders. They had a little FaceTime, him and DeMar. During a pregame while Miles was warming up, he was FaceTiming with DeMar because they hometown homies. So
they was best friends. He said they were best friends.
They in high school, and they kept in contact.
He kept that good juju going. Sent some love to his boy, and they got the W.
Yep.
Well, guys, I have to go. I got to celebrate somebody's birthday.
I got to go too, because I got to go back to the barbell.
Are you drinking water with that birthday celebration?
Yeah, I'm not.
All water into February, the first weekend in February.
All right, I'll be on that ride on Tuesday. But for now, I'm going back to party. I'm going back to the barbell, and we are having a good time over there. But you guys, make sure you tune in on Thursday, 7 p.m. as we look at this game and we go over it and we'll recap. And we don't have a game the next week, so we don't even have a team to preview. But we'll have something to talk about. You better believe that, because our Philadelphia Eagles quest for a Super Bowl is still on and popping, and all roads lead through the link. So we're happy. You guys celebrate, enjoy your week, and we'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For Shell, Nichelle, and Pat, we'll see you guys Thursday. We're out.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up. Crack that fool, quarterback crack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him,